Good evening, guys. Welcome to another session of Zoology videos WSU. Uh, I was quite a busy these days, so I couldn't upload lots of videos these days. Now I'm a bit free and I can assist you in some of the videos. I read the comment section of our channel, one of the videos I read there, and I found out that some of you were asking about the videos to be published in English, and now I am trying that how much I can assist you in English. I will try my level best. So today our topic is phylum Arthropoda. This is a phylum in which different types of spiders, scorpions, and different types of spiders, scorpions. You can say they have a harder exoskeleton, which is made up of sometimes made up of keratin, or maybe made up of chitin, or some materials like that. So to begin with, we start with Trilobitomorpha. Trilobitomorpha is an extinct subphyla which comprises of the class Trilobita, and then you will not have to read the characteristics of this class, but you should know it. And I am giving this classification from Picnic et al. In the book of Biology of Invertebrates, 5th edition, J.A. Picnic. Now after Trilobita, the next subphyla which comes to mind is Chelicerata. In Chelicerata there is absence, you have to read the general characteristics, like the absence of antenna, and the body is divided into two portions, generally the prosoma and the opisthoma. The opisthoma is the post-thoracic segment, which comprises of the metasoma and the mesosoma. Then there comes the first pair of appendages, the second cephalothoracic appendages, the chelicera or the prosoma, are adapted for feeding. There is a structure known as chelicera which is present as the first thoracic or the first pair of appendage, which is present on the second cephalothoracic region or the second cephalothoracic segment. Mind it that the first cephalothoracic segment is the antennas, but in this case the antennas are absent, and so in the second cephalothoracic segment the chelicera is present, and according to this chelicera the name comes Chelicerata, and they are adapted for feeding. The second appendages, which is known as the pedipalps, which is the second appendages. Now we have read about the first pair of appendages. This is the second pair of appendages. We will discuss in the later halves of the video what are these pedipalps. And now we have four pairs of walking legs, which are concerned with generally with the function of walking. And then we have got the abdomen. We have already said that the abdominal segment, the pre-segment is the meta and the post-segment is the pre-segment is the meso and the post-segment is the metasoma. So we would move on to the class under this Chelicerata. The first class under this Chelicerata is the Merostomata. Now in this Merostomata, the development generally takes place by a trilobite larva. Make it clear that it is also developing by trilobite larva. Now you can say you may be asked about the characteristics, features. You have to give 4 or 5, or maximum of you can give 6 points and describe about Merostomata. Now it's mostly extinct, only a few are living. We can say that 4 of them are living, and the horseshoe crabs or the limulus are belonging under this class. These are not the true crabs, which the true crabs are generally under the subphylum Crustacea, but here it's under Merostomata and are not true crabs but are also known as the horseshoe crabs because they resemble the horseshoe, or in Bengali it is known as ghorar nal, jetake bole, what is known as ghorar nal. And all of them are marine. They have to make it clear that no individuals are terrestrials, all are marine. The merostomata have economic importance on human life, especially it's used in research, blood in medical purposes. It has huge importance in medical life and research blood oriented purposes. It is used. Generally, you can say that here it's given that blood oriented purposes, detection of different types of blood related diseases, and different types of antidotes for the for the blood related diseases, for the snake bites, and different antidotes mixtures are all made up of are all made up of extracts from these metastomatic bodies. Now, head and thorax are united and generally to fuse to form a functional prosoma. Sorry for the wind is coming. Functional prosoma. It is the cephalothorax and covered by a single unjointed skeleton called the carapace. Now, the head and the thorax are generally united here, and they form a functional prosoma. This prosoma is the cephalothorax and is covered by a single unjointed exoskeleton called the carapace. Now, the Hawk's gene expression. Now, you have to make it clear that it's a very important term, the Hawk's gene expression, which determines the anterior posterior polarity or the anterior posterior divisions of different types of invertebrates. The Hawk's gene expression suggests that the prosoma of the horseshoe crabs generally corresponds to the head of the arthropods. This means that generally what happens that we conclude here with the prosoma, but in majority of the cases, that is majority of the cases of arthropods, we can say that the head of the arthropods are the prosoma. A pair of compound eye is present. A pair of compound eye is present laterally on the dorsal surface of the prosoma. This is the only chelicerate class in which these type of compound eyes are present. The first pair of appendages found ventrally on the prosoma are the chelicera. The chelicera, as we told it earlier, that in chelicera the first pair of appendages on the second cephalothoracic segment is the chelicera, which comprises of three articles. If you look at the feet, or if you find the diagram of this chelicera, you can find that only three articles are present in this case of the chelicera. Now, the next five pairs are called as the walking legs, as said earlier. We'll read about this similar to each other. The first pair of walking legs are called the pedipalps, which are used for grasping the female during mating. Now, the first pair of the as I told that I would mention about this walking leg. This first pair of the legs are called pedipalps and are used for grasping the female during mating. It comprises generally of 6 articles. Now we move on to the next point. The gnatho is present at the end of these pedipalps, and the fifth pair is also known as the cleaning gills because it helps in the cleaning of the gill. A small hairy appendage are found on the last segment of the prosoma and are called as the cilaria. These segments are generally believed to be abdominal segments. Scientists and evolutionary biologists conclude that these are rather abdominal segments, but for here we can take them as the prosomic segments or the cephalothoracic segments. The abdomen bears 6 pairs of appendages. The first modified is for reproduction. The first of which is modified for reproduction comprises of ovaries or testes, and you may say different types of sex organs, and the other modified to serve as gills. Now here the book gills are very important. The 150 book gills, which are lamellar, which look like pages of a book, are present through which blood generally circulates. So we conclude the merostomata here. Subscribe to our channel WBSU Zoology. Our next topic would start in the next session as the class Arachnida. Thank you.